Okay, we're uploading. It's going. Good luck, Godspeed to my bit rate. Cured pig heads. It looks mummified. A silver plate with traces of bone yellow powder.
Be still, my beating heart.
Oh no.
It's amphetamine. Sweet amphetamine.
Listen, it doesn't need to be like
The
this.
lieutenant isn't studying the powder in the mirror. He's studying you.
Someone has been taking narcotics here. Perhaps the police should interfere.
Perhaps not. This is below our pay grade, detective. However,
He points to the ladder in the corner.
see that ladder there? It's probably another way into the industrial harbor, no? A secret path the local kids use.
Probably. We can do that. The poster says get out of the way or get fucked up. Got a little bit of money in the corner here. Okay, so the shack has a secret way into the industrial harbor. I assume that that's where the strike is happening and they're not going to let me through, so that's probably relevant later. Okay. Let's go to the fucking restaurant for a second and see if we can get the key. Yes, I know. Burr, burr, burr. Burr, 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 burr. Okay, we're back. Oh, who's this guy? There's a new guy in the lobby. And the kitchen's open. Oh, okay. There's lots of different shit. Hey,
Can I help you?
is the trash container out back yours?
Mine? No, it belongs to the Whirling in Rags.
Thank you for clearing that up. Why do you keep the container locked?
Why? To keep the hobos and drunks out. That's why. And the neighbors too. They put their trash there and they don't pay for the garbage company.
I thought as much. And are you the only party with access to the trash container?
Well, yes. Us and the garbage disposal company.
It seems a little callous, doesn't it? Something stirs in you.
I wonder what this feeling is.
Prod at him and find out.
Doesn't it seem callous of you guarding even your leftovers from the poor?
Callous? What are you? Kras Mazov? Almost all establishments in Revachol keep their trash locked. The Whirling in Rags is not special in that regard.
We need those keys.
What do you need them for?
It concerns the case. Please cooperate.
Just bring them back once you're done, please.
Okay. By the way, I'm gonna sing karaoke here.
Absolutely out of the question.
You wait and see, cafeteria manager. Absolutely in the question.
Okay, there's like a few different things in here. This back room's open. The dishes are drying. They smell of chemicals and pine trees. We found $1. The aroma of alcohol, spices, and tomatoes.
You see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimple lock. It's painted blue. You immediately feel drawn to the color. Blue is for mystery.
I wonder where this door leads.
You do? It's a door in the back of the kitchen. Why do you care where it leads?
It's part of the Whirling in Rags. There's something about this place that wants me to know.
Eccentric. But okay, I suppose we could look into it. As a side investigation.
He's not bothered by your eccentricity. He seems genuinely intrigued himself.
Okay, nice. Kim's on my freaky wavelength. Yes, a mini side
God
investigation.
is the person to ask about this.
Okay, let me talk to this guy in the back.
A thin man is smoking below an exhaust hood, occasionally sipping from his mug. This must be the Whirling's cook. As you step in, he nods toward the table and says something in a completely foreign language. The only words you can make out are Goranci and Kubek.
Okay.
It must be his name. Goranci. Goranci Kubek. Sounds representative.
Okay. Mr. Kubek, I'm here on official police
The man
business.
puts his cup down and replies something, his left hand drawing arcs in the air.
Do you know what's behind that blue
He
door?
looks up at you, then looks away quickly, shrugging and muttering something to himself. Shrugging is an international sign for, no, I don't know what's behind that door.
You've got some impressive pots
He
there.
smiles and bangs his ladle against each of his pots in turn.
I don't think I need anything else to say. Stay masculine. Okay, bye. Okay, what's behind the door, fucknuts?
Can I help you?
I've
What
seen something I want to
thing?
talk about. Well, there's a mysterious blue steel door in the back
Oh,
of the kitchen.
yes, that door, sure. There's nothing mysterious about it. It's just a door.
Do you know what's behind it?
No, I don't have a key. I don't know how to get there. And I don't care either. It's not like I've been wondering about it for 10 years. It's just a frick warehouse, probably. Or some boring storage space with a
I
bunch of
want to
old
get in there
junk
so bad now.
and dust.
He's attempting to maintain an air of indifference. It's absolutely not convincing.
I think you'd like to know what's back there.
Fine, okay, a little. But my job doesn't leave me time for wondering about one locked door in one of the cafeterias I manage.
Yes, multi-cafeteria manager.
So I haven't opened it. I have cleaned the whole place 100 times over, though, after the animals. And I haven't found a key, so good luck with that.
I saw a sign that said the mess hall is reserved for the
Yes,
union.
not the whole damn union, thank God. Just the nastiest and loudest faction. They come here in the evenings. Dumb, unruly types. Think they're big shit. But they're good customers. They place big orders and always pay on time.
He hates the Union, but grudgingly recognizes its power over him. So he's directing his frustration at you instead. Retaliate.
It's a shame you got suck up to the union to stay afloat.
I don't. I'm simply providing a service, or really facilitating the offering of services to paying customers, and it doesn't matter. I don't have to explain myself to you.
Sorry, you just texted me about how it doesn't matter that you're not late. I don't. I'm simply providing a service, or really facilitating the offering of services to paying customers. Oh, sorry, he just said all
We
that.
should find out who this Lord faction is, occupying the booth. Loudness means talkative, and we need info.
How do we find them?
We don't. We have to wait. They'll show up sooner or later. Men get hungry, even men on strike.
You
Okay.
glance at the clock on the wall behind the manager. Huh.
It's after 1600. The site said reserved at 1600. Why is anyone here?
Good question.
They're probably getting drunk or protesting something somewhere, or laying low after the, lynching.
Whatever he may feel about you, he can't miss the opportunity to throw you a look of what he assumes is shared understanding.
Not
Go with
sagely.
it.
Yes, I see. I
Yeah,
think.
yeah, the union guys think they're untouchable. They probably fucking killed that guy or something, and now think they can hide out till it all blows over, and it's fair weather again in Martinez.
I have a feeling we'll make their acquaintance sooner or later.
What?
By the way, you should come back to this thing-based questionnaire if you see anything interesting in the whirling later.
Okay. We got this guy who's new. No, he doesn't have any luck. Oh, there's a drunk, sleepy guy here. Sleeping dock worker. A man is sleeping at the table wearing mud-cracked boots. The back of his shirt says Wild Pines.
On the counter, rolled out of his open hand, you see a blister pack of headache medicine.
Okay. Wake him up.
There is only one way to wake this bone idol from his slumber. Roar like a hurricane. Rip the buildings from the earth.
Wake up, this is an order, I am the law.
Why the yelling, man?
You're alive? You looked out for the long count there.
Wait, what? No, he was just sleeping. What do you want, officer?
Officer, even after a rude awakening, this dock worker respects the police. More than they usually do, at least.
See anything interesting in your dreams?
Thank God, no.
Was it a fathomless darkness into which we ought to be deferred like corpses into a mausoleum?
The worker stares at you, his eyes dry from sleep.
I don't know what you're talking about, kind sir. But when I'm out, then I'm really out. No corpses. No mausoleums. Just quality time.
I
A
understand.
little me time in the abyssal pelagic zone. You can never return to it now. Only detective work remains. Wakefulness and detection.
Tell me about the Wild Pines.
That's the name of my employer. I work in logistics.
He doesn't sound too enthusiastic about this.
How's that going?
How's it going? Haven't you noticed what's going on outside?
Of course, it's a total madhouse.
Good. Then you understand the gist of it. We would all be better off without the employers and their employment. For one, I can get some goddamn shut-eye. Right to sleep, I say.
Why are you sleeping here while the others are striking?
They got it. Majoret's got it. He's guarding the gate. I'm just getting some sleep. Or was.
The way he says Measurehead implies ultimate trust in this head reckoner's physical prowess. He seems like a worthy rival. You should slay him.
Who's behind the strike?
We are. The workers. The union. We know what we need. What's right for us.
So there's no leader?
Okay. I guess there's also Everard. He's in charge of the union. He's smart. Knows how to negotiate. He's got our back.
What about the dead body?
Yeah. What about it?
Just trying to fire it. Oh God, sorry, I'm like burpy. You seem cool with it. Do you know many hanging from the do you have many of those hanging from the trees?
You know, people die here every day. Someone's found in a ditch. Another one falls in a manhole. A third one gets eaten by stray dogs. If someone has decided to die on top of a tree, then how is it my concern?
Someone has to look into it. Looks like I'm that someone. Tell me what you know.
I can tell you this. Trouble's ahead.
You have a pretty solid feeling that the man's not just mouthing off. He's strong, but even he has reasons to be cautious here.
What? The trouble's already here, or how else can you? What else would you call a man hanging from a tree?
They say your guy was a killer. Your tree man. He has friends, same as him, killers. There's only one thing they know well. How to wreak havoc.
Wait, who says that?
Everyone. It's a local rumor.
You're saying things might get violent?
You heard what I said. Draw your own conclusions. That's all I know, and I prefer to keep it this way.
The lieutenant gives you a little nod, then makes a note in his blue notebook. So Union people think he was a killer, he thinks. Even sleepy hair. This doesn't help a lot, but it's something. Good work, detective.
Yours point at the bottle and the spilt rum.
Indeed. Help yourself to some. Wait. No. Oh, it's empty. Sorry about that.
All right, well, I'll let you
The
sleep.
dock worker doesn't answer. His head is already back down on the table, in sweet sleep.
Okay. I think we're going to try to max Inlaid Empire first, because that's like my main thing. We'll just... and Inlaid Empire really helps because it makes it so inanimate objects talk to me. Like the dumpster in the back. Like I feel significance from it, so it literally lets me solve impossible cases. Like I just feel as though this thing is important, and my fucking brain is like, there's an aura around this dumpster. So it feels like something good to find secrets.
This trash container is
Open the
locked.
padlock with the key.
With a well-oiled crack, the lock pops open. It should now be possible to simply raise the lid.
I didn't want to break the lock.
Don't. Maybe you shouldn't.
What? Didn't I just have a premonition that there's something in there?
There is, but you won't like it.
I'm
Sweat
open it.
forms on your brow. The smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste.
Okay. I got the gloves
We're
on.
just in time. This hasn't been emptied for over a week.
Look under the box of carton.
You see milk and egg rest with one broken egg in it. Some pasta wrapper. Picking up the soggy packages somehow feels familiar. A box falls into pieces in your hands. Batiste Soleil cereal. There are plastic pasta packages below. And turbo noodles. Nothing of note, however.
Pick at the rags.
Among the threadbare kitchen towels, something catches your eye. A pair of denim trousers.
Grab 'em.
As the legs of the slime-covered jeans begin to unspool from the garbage, a rank corpse smell fills the air.
The victim's clothes? Cadaverine odor is faint. If these belong to the deceased, they were removed when he was still in the early stages of decay. Drop them in here, officer.
Bag the
Guitar
trousers.
mark, blue jeans. Pockets empty or emptied. He wore them with a belt, too. A white belt. The loops appear stretched, but the belt is missing. That's it. Do you see anything else in there? I have another bag here.
Something slimy catches your eye.
Reach for
A
it.
drab, long-sleeved shirt, olive-colored, appears from the food waste, dripping with pus.
Bag
This
the
is a
shirt.
military type overgarment. No label or serial number. This is the kind of rib-knit shirt that's worn over light armor to conceal it in an urban scenario. Anything more?
The rest of the rags are just kitchen variety waste. A yellow old mug that catches your eye. But other than that,
A thrown out towel mug. That's all.
All right. We should go to Gart again and ask if he knows who put the clothes in the trash. It could be as simple as someone from the hostel cleaning the yard. Or that one. I'd advise against confronting that force.
We need to ask the kids who put them here.
What's he on about? Kids? You hear that, Kuno? He thinks you're an infant or something.
See?
You think I might have been someone from the Whirling Rags?
Not really. All we know is the victim's clothes are in the trash. The lid was locked, and his establishment had the key. It's just a small loose thread.
True.
the lieutenant nods,
Search
then
the...
looks back into
search-
the trash container.
Shut up! Search the food
It's
waste.
just organic waste, cold and slimy on your hands. Apple and potato peels, mostly. Unidentified sludge, and the occasional chicken bone thrown in for good measure. But hey, nothing. It's nothing. Nothing more to see here. What's this?
What?
A blue piece of plastic sticks out from the apple peels.
Was this my
It's
badge?
shiny. Looks like the corner of something.
Pick it out.
Something larger. A clipboard. A blue plastic clipboard with moist papers hanging from it. They look badly damaged, but you can still make out forms and notes, written in a man's handwriting.
Officer, is that your
No,
paperwork?
No, it can't be.
Yes, it is. Look. This plastic has the RCM street grid on it. You've even got an autopsy form.
A miserable looking slip of paper sticks to the
If you
board.
don't mind me asking, how did this get in the trash?
Oh no, did I kill the guy? It's cramping my style. It has a foreboding quality to it. Maybe I needed to lose it for the great bloodletting to begin. I think I didn't want to be a cop anymore, so I threw it away. I think that one.
Well,
He doesn't know what to say.
His eyes express a rare condolence. Then he picks it up.
lucky we found it. You should take stock of what remains, just to be sure some has not made it into the hands of the RCM's adversaries. Organized crime and the like. There might have been police secrets in your notes.
Okay. Okay, I'll do that.
It would also not hurt to start taking notes on the case. Now, tell me what your eagle eyes see. Or are we finished?
Some items, such as the ledger you
Yeah,
found,
the mug.
You pick out a broken mug with an oddly racist depiction of the yellow man frolicking in saffron,
An antique?
only in its social sensibility.
Take it. Okay.
The container sounds
That was a
muffled
huge
gong.
dumpster dive.
That's one thing off the list.
Okay. Let's talk to Kuno about...
Fuck does Kuno care?
Kuno, I found your shack.
Yeah, did you fucking there?
What's with the pig head?
Oh, that? Kuno decapitates pigs. That's just a Kuno demo tape.
Were you trying to send me a message of some sort?
Yeah, to the both of you. Watch your ass in Kuno's town, or Kuno's gonna fuck your head off.
What's with the tube of mag salam, Kuno?
It's a vitamin pig. Don't you know anything?
You could use some.
It's magnesium, right?
Yeah, it's the mag. You fucking need that shit to stay on top of your game. Kuno goes through like a tube a day, rips mag like a motherfucker, and you could use a bottle.
Oh, don't teach him, Kuno. He's gonna use it against you, Kuno.
I know all about the magnesium. I rock it all the
You're
time.
not getting this, pig. It completely takes away the hangover. It's like you didn't do anything. Like you stayed home playing with your choo-choo.
Fuck you, pig. Don't do mag. You're gonna OD and you're gonna fucking die.
Could I get into the harbor from the
Of
roof?
course you fucking can. How do you think Kuno made all the docky boys his gimps? Just gotta fly, pig.
Is it that easy?
Not for you, pig. Kuno can't wait to see you get all scared and shit your pants.
Kuno can't wait to see you shit your fat pants.
That's all there is to it then.
Okay.
Don't be a pansy.
Good call, Pigmeister.
Okay, I'm
Kuno
gonna
doesn't
time to actually go touch the body. Also investigate some of these
There are
marks.
several footprints in the mud, left by work boots. Anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs have walked here.
What kind of boots?
Every worker's boots with reinforced toes and hobnails, all over the yard.
Okay, visual calculus. It's a low 17% chance that we get this, but we're gonna try to get an exact count.
What do you
No.
think you are? A super detective?
My morale got hurt from that. I was just trying to figure some shit out, man. Okay. Let's get this guy down.
The corpse looks at you with bulging white eyes. The face around them does not look human. It's swollen and ready to burst. His lips are fish-like and his tongue like a ball gag in his mouth. You seem to be holding your breath.
Look down.
A cargo belt twists his neck at an unnatural angle. The body below appears stiff. It's letting out an ungodly rot. The smell seeps in, even through your clenched nostrils.
God, what is that? Why is it so bad?
Active decay. It's okay to throw up, officer. No one is judging.
He's about to blow. Cock's gonna blow, Kuno.
Okay, 8% chance not to shit my pants.
The
Nope.
smell is repulsive. It pushes in from your mouth, more instant and more
I'm not
familiar
gonna-
than anything you'd expected. More fever than odor. It fills your mind,
Well, I'm not gonna.
flushing you from within.
I'm not gonna walk away. I'm just gonna vomit. Just a quick little vom. Just a quick little vom. Oh, that's a great noise.
You feel a great force ringing from your stomach. Your body curls and pushes it out, burst by burst,
Okay.
until a pool of vomit lies under your feet and your throat stings from the stomach acid.
Fucking corpse.
Keep it.
Thank you. I'll
The
take this
hangover is
handkerchief.
really making this worse for you. You could use some ammonia to clear your head.
Where do we get that
That
from?
young woman, the gardener, mentioned she used salts for the smell.
Okay.
If she doesn't have any, there might be some in the fridge store nearby.
Acquiring ammonia will provide a modifier to the white check. Modifiers make checks easier and allow you to retry them.
Okay. I have to do that before I'm
There
allowed to look at
he
the body
still is.
because I'll vom. We got. Oh yeah. Let's interact with my clipboard.
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A pitiful cabbage of white and yellow papers hanging from plastic board, barely held together by a metal clip. This sad display is made complete by the faint smell of urinal cleaner.
Urinal. Anything else?
There's a piece of toilet paper, or is it cleaning tissue? No, it's toilet paper, desperately sticking to the back of the blue plastic clipboard. It's a metaphor for you. Below the pathetics, terror. Do not look into its blue heart.
Oh boy. Inspect the toilet
It's
paper.
just toilet paper sticking to the back of the plastic clipboard. You can take it off if you want.
Take it off.
Still wet, the toilet paper peels off the plastic easily.
Maybe
All you
my
have to
name will
do
be on
is
here.
shake it off with your finger and voila. The ledger now looks marginally better.
Inspect the
An
clip.
aluminium block runs the width of the board, biting down on the paperwork. Its crocodile teeth are the only thing keeping the papers together. A regular pencil, the tip worn down to nothing, has been attached to the clip.
Run your fingers
The
across.
surface is interrupted by a silvery sticker. It's rectangular, sparkling with iridescence. You don't know how you didn't notice it before.
Lieutenant, is this one of the hologram watermarks you mentioned?
What? Yes, halogen watermark used for adding information to RCM property.
What kind of information?
It depends. Aside from an anti-counterfeiting stamp, Mine has my station number and address. The information varies by date of issue.
How many years you've been on the force, he's thinking. It'll have that.
How can I read
Any
it?
capable light with the right wavelength will do.
Like, for
All
example.
RCM vehicles have headlights designed to reveal halogen watermarks.
Okay.
Mine too.
I can do that.
This means you can read the watermarks,
Okay.
while a bunch of sodden papers sag from the clipboard.
Smell the ledger.
The acidic stench of rotting food is rubbed off on the cellulose.
Okay, that's fine. Whatever.
It-
Browse the white
they're
papers.
not exactly white. They're yellowed in patches by sunlight and alcohol, and covered in dense blue handwriting. Ink escapes into watercolor patterns, reaching its tendrils across entire pages. The paper itself is checkered with faint red lines, forming short paragraphs. Once in a while, there's a red stamp that exclaims, "Case files commit to paper." The case files themselves are plenty. You count more than 100 sodden, crumpled up, earmarked pages falling apart in your hands. They appear to be sufficiently organized and extremely dense.
What's
if
in there?
mostly illegible.
What are they about?
Work, strife, poverty, the Jamrock Quarter. These are handwritten logs of investigations dating back to January 51, this year. The exact number is hard to estimate due to missing pages and an odd naming convention. But there are at least 20, maybe 30 cases undertaken, not completed, mind you.
There was a mention of a naming convention
Yes,
here.
it appears you employ a, shall we say, robust yet literary system. Each investigation has its case number written on the margins. Yet, still more tellingly, most are accompanied by a name.
Oh my, they're all written in capital letters too.
Yes, all caps. One is called The Next World Mural. Another, The Square Bullet Hole Murders. Another yet, The Unsolvable Case.
More?
Others appear more light-hearted. The guys on a couch in an unexpected location, and the murder at the hookah parlor. Even the rare article-free collapsing tenement. Murder features prominently throughout. You like this grimy murdering, don't you? It's going to take an effort to piece these case files together, but it can be done. Once you're done inspecting them up close.
Kim, my cases appear to employ some kind of naming
You
convention.
mean the alphanumeric? Officer, precinct, time of arrival at the scene?
No, I mean like a non-numeric one with
Oh, you mean the
titles.
titular? Yes, well, so do I. In our defense, almost everyone in the RCM does.
Why is that?
It's a holdover from the early days of the RCM, right after the revolution, when the organization had little idea how to do things. It persists in an unofficial capacity. Officers use these titles to refer to their work among themselves.
I seem to have named a case the Square Bullet Holes Murder.
Again, in your defense, I seem to have named one the man with the hole in his head. That was a real person. His death was real. Still, I named it that, to amuse myself. I pray his loved ones never find out.
Oh, Kim. What happened to him?
Rail spiked through the head. He died. It was a workplace accident.
Count the pages. I have to open an official case. Is there room?
There is, for precisely one more. 15 pages near the end remain untouched by the damage. The checkered grid forms a structure of passages, breaking the case into subtasks to accomplish.
Commit to paper using the pen Lena gave me.
The tasks you've completed flow out of the kind green ape pen in a brash freehand similar to the rest of the letters. The wording comes easily. It's almost robotically simple. Inspect the victim's body. Interview the cafeteria manager.
Cross out the ones you
A
finished.
satisfying slash sounds across the paper. You're done, it seems to say. And you, and you. Things to be done and things already done. The composition of reality. This is an extremely useful tool for a detective of the citizens' militia. Now all that remains is to name the case.
Lieutenant, have you by any chance named our case?
No, actually. Any ideas?
The Hanged Man is pretty easy.
Great. That's great. That's actually what I was thinking too. The Hanged Man. Good, strong name. We have a very good name for the case now.
This is the first time I heard Kim be excited.
I'm going to start calling it the Hanged Man. It's good we sorted this out.
Okay.
You
Close the
don't
case.
exactly close them, so much as distance yourself from the smelly papers.
Browse the yellow
In the
papers.
back, you see thin, translucent copier paper. Some neon yellow, some bright red, all covered in boxes, like marching armies. These look like official forms, waiting to be filled out.
What type of forms are there?
3. The topmost are misconduct fines. The middle ones are station calls. And the bottommost are field autopsy forms. Each is easy enough to make sense of.
Okay, misconduct file.
A monetary penalization ranging from 20 to 250 real. Severe cases allow for 1,000 real, but that requires special paperwork. The details of issuing these fines are spread out over the rest of the fields.
Station call.
These are quite sinister in tone. They give a date and time for the person to appear at the specified precinct police station. Below the call are the criminal charges you risk by not appearing.
Field
A
autopsy.
dozen pages of thin copy paper, bright red in color. You see the parameters of a deceased human form waiting to be filled in. Age, sex, condition of internal organs. Color of the irises, predation marks, condition of sexual organs. Yes, all that remains now is to fill those forms and hand them to people. Fines for wrongdoers, interview requests for bad guys. What delicious power hid within this pathetic mess. You feel better.
That healed me.
The rest of the stinking cellulose is much worse for wear. Being sandwiched between the board and the rest of the paperwork must have spared the fragile copier paper.
Look at the clipboard.
It's made of dark blue plastic, hard enough to beat someone to submission with. The edges are rounded, however. The U4 size board feels thick and heavy in your hand. Light shimmers on its wet surface. On the back, you see the embossed letters, RCM.
What color did you say it was?
Blue. The blue heart. Don't look into it.
Shake the ledger.
Something rattles inside, ever so lightly. Is there a hidden compartment? The plastic shimmers like lapis lazuli, but it is not see-through. You cannot see to its center.
How would I open it?
With your hands, U4 sized pages hang from the clip, screwed to the top of the board.
Okay. There's 2 checks in here that I have a very low chance of doing. So I'm going to chill for a moment. I'll deal with it in a minute. Ooh, yellow man mug.
It's just a racist mug. What's there to read here? Not much.
There's actually quite a lot to read into here, actually. Look at all the content.
Oh boy, here we go. What are you going to say about a broken, tossed-away mug that you dug out of the garbage?
This mug is an example of prejudice. I'm going to push this into the face of every merchant I find and tell him this is your inane ideology. The mug will be useful. By denouncing it, I can earn political capital to match my badass hustling, i.e. fraud and embezzlement. The mug didn't belong in the trash. It was a funny mug. Can't anyone laugh anymore? Number 3.
If you want to earn some change by guilting people, go for it. But if you want to earn real dough, finish the case and start getting paid again.
True. Okay. So we need to go get some smelling salts from the gardener lady. It's about 5 o'clock in game. I don't know how much. I feel like I've gotten so much done in the first day though. And also so little. The guy is definitely still in the tree.
Hello again, officer. How
Do you-
are things?
Do you still have your salts? I think I could use some.
Sure. I'm done with them.
Okay.
Go easy on that stuff.
Okay. Give me that salt. Let me get that. How do I use it? Or do I just have to have it? Okay, I gotta go back. God, this place is a shithole. Can I talk to Kim? Does Kim
Yes.
have anything going on? Okay. There's a lot going on. I want to get the body down before the night's over.
There he still is, looking right through you
This
with
is
his
a-
white eyes.
this is a
The
white
body
check. You may
below
retry
is
it.
entirely dedicated to that corpse smell.
Do I have
Emitting
another?
it is all it does now.
Okay.
You
Oh, we
crack
passed
open
it?
the ammonia ampoule and breathe in. The odor of death is still stronger. It's a spell of the mind telling you to run, and your stomach to wring itself empty. With your eyes squinting, you stand in it.
Okay, do they always do that?
They do after 7 days, yes. We are deep in decomposition here.
Okay, step closer.
The man before you is naked, but for a pair of underpants and enamel boots.
I want
His
those
skin
boots.
is greenish, marbled with decaying veins and blotched by lividity.
Okay,
A fading web of tattoos covers his chest and shoulders. The cargo belt used to fasten him to the branch above appears industrial in strength.
okay, inspect the
The
boots.
material appears to be ceramic. Its clean white stands in stark contrast to the decaying flesh above the knee. The man wore thick polymer socks, probably for padding. A fine array of interlocking plates covers them.
Okay.
Delicate and fragile, they feel alien to the world around you, out of place somehow.
What kind of boots are these?
They are armor, no boots. Technically speaking, these are sabatons.
Okay, what kind of armor is it?
Ceramic plate. Zirconium dioxide, most likely. This is where the make would be.
Where?
Under the heel. Fair weather. Fair weather model T500 VE. I'm guessing that's vitreous enamel. This is advanced stuff.
What happened to the rest of it?
The locals probably scavenged it. It would be odd if he had more on after 7 days. We should keep a lookout for these species. The armor could yield information. This is one thing he might actually know.
If you wear those pieces, it will help me protect your mortal coil.
Why does my mortal coil need protection?
Yes, bullets will fly. They always do. And the coil is fleshy and mush and permeable. Cast it in ceramic shell. Resist death.
Maybe he was just wearing the boots.
No, I think he had something precious underneath the clothes. They had to remove the jeans and shirt we found to get to it. And this kind of armor is often worn under fabrics.
Okay. What if they told him to strip before they hung him to demean him?
They usually hang them completely naked for that. La puta madre, the Mazda, the Besmerties and the like. This one still has his underpants.
Fucking talking about underpants.
The material's kind of out of place here.
It is. It's expensive.
The lieutenant draws a line in the condensation on the ceramic with his index
We've
finger.
requested similar material for our tactical units for years now. The constabularies deemed it too costly. In that time, we've lost 6 men to semi-automatics.
How much we talking?
For a full set, about 4 years of wages.
Nice, that's a lot.
As
I
a
take
wage, it's regrettably small. But for a piece of hardware, yes, that's a lot.
How could this man afford such expensive hardware?
That's for us to find out. My initial report on the area suggests he was a security guard for the harbor company. But that's just hearsay.
Initial report?
Just something I scraped together from my station. An area report on Martinez.
Oh, baby.
I'm sure you did the same.
Okay.
He's not actually sure of that. He's just being tactful.
These look pretty advanced for a security guard.
I agree. This equipment is way beyond what a guard can afford.
Okay. Knock off the
A
boot.
small bell-like sound fills the air, like tapping on the side of a porcelain cup. Suddenly, your biceps coil up. Your elbow is sharp and cocked for a punch.
Sounds fragile.
It's anything but. This material is a kinetic redistributor. It spreads kinetic energy horizontally, from plate to plate, dissipating it entirely. See?
Faint, organic lines cover the plates where they separate into smaller ones. These plates then divide into smaller plates until there are hundreds of them altogether, like the scales of some ancient white monster, cracked and pearly.
Pulled the boot
This
off.
feels dangerous. Are you sure?
Grab the boot
The
under my arm.
stench fills your nostrils.
This is
As you
not gonna
push
go well.
downward, an ominous creaking sound comes from above.
Stop!
Oh, I'm about to
He's
fucking...
gonna pull his head off.
Brutal!
Oh, this is a bad idea, isn't it?
You're going to pull his head off.
Do it, homo!
I'm gonna pull his head off, right?
Yes, that's what I said. You'll compromise the coroner's case. What are
Okay.
you trying to achieve anyway? Why are you hanging on to that boot?
I'm sorry, I didn't even want to take them off. I just thought I should
Try
try.
what exactly?
I have no idea. I just do things. There's no underlying
I
reason.
don't think we should do anything just for the hell of it. Besides, there's no way you're getting them off. All the organic matter in his body has been flowing down into the boots. They are fused to his feet now. Why do you think the locals haven't scavenged them yet?
There might still be a way to peel them off, but first the body needs to be down. And second, it would probably be better if the lieutenant wasn't around.
Okay, sounds like a plan.
The anticipation makes you crack your fingers. Feels nice.
Okay.
Nice and cracky.
What's going to happen to the boots then?
Processing will take care of them. With the situation in the morgue, it will yield nothing. But we must pick our fights.
Okay, let's
The
look at the
cadaver
rest of
slowly
him.
twists on the cargo belt.
Inspect the belt.
The hangman's knot is pulled tight by the weight of the corpse below. Yellow, hard-edged polyester cuts into his neck. Above, a sliding buckle ties the belt to the branch. Oh my, there's something on the belt. A familiar word that speaks to the thirst within you.
What was that, a word?
Vermilion, in yellow letters, along the length of the twisting cargo belt. Only a deep longing for vermilion golden spirits lets you decipher the fading logo of the local brewery.
This is a bad time for a drink, right?
Extremely.
What kind of rope is this?
Industrial strength. The kind used for tying cargo to lorries.
Like in a circus, when the circus leaves town and they tie a black-spotted giraffe to the wall of a carry pen.
Like in a harbor?
Yes, it looks like they use whatever was on hand, paying no attention to not incriminating themselves.
We're assuming the dock workers from the harbor did it.
The brief suggested as much, politically motivated by the ongoing strike. Did you not get a briefing?
No, they might have forgotten to brief
Then
me.
you should ask me the first moment we get.
Okay, I will. They sure wanted him to stay here. The polyester seems strong.
It's not merely polyester, it's steel reinforced. See these lines? This is where the wires run. I see rabbits for more than 20 strands. This makes getting him down much more problematic than I had assumed.
How did they even get him
A
up there?
noose is one of those things that's easier to use one way around.
He points to the buckle tying to the branch above.
I think they lassoed the branch, then pulled on the belt. Buckle closes. It's what I would do. Seems easier than climbing up there.
Back off and look at the corpse.
The cadaver hangs from the cargo belt, limbs limp and torso covered in tattoo. An
Inspect.
intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso, from the right shoulder to the solar plexus. Each time they intersect, a small white star is formed in their crossing. Hundreds of fading asterisks riddle his skin. Their concentration is highest around his heart. His corpse is marked by stars.
What will mine be marked by?
Alcohol and heartbreak.
True.
Your fist clenches suddenly.
It will be riddled with bullet holes or it will be riddled with disco.
Decay is creeping on the tattoo. Already, most of the canvas that's holding it has darkened. Now, it disintegrates slowly, letting out a stink.
Is this a national pattern?
Of no nation that I know of. If anything, it reminds me of religious illumination, last or penultimate century. Men who live harsh lives often turn to innocentic worship. But which one? I see no trace of a humanoid figure.
The pattern does not stir patriotic or religious sentiment in you. What it does is speak to the wounded, limping animal, the male in particular, unable to communicate in anything more than grunts. It's impossible to tell if its advice is right or wrong.
I'm missing something here.
So am I.
A sudden rigging fills the air as the lieutenant pulls down the zipper of his orange
He
jacket.
takes a thin piece of milled aluminium from his coat pocket and pulls it open. Sounds like a sword being unsheathed. A small lens appears, some sort of camera.
Let the lieutenant work.
Shit, Kuno! What the fuck is that?
An instant color camera.
He produces two metal-capped ampoules and clicks them into place on the side of the apparatus. A thin slot shines there.
This is the first time he openly acknowledges the kid's existence.
I have only 2 ampoules, so nobody move. I don't want to waste one.
He points the camera at the corpse peering into it. The lens just needs adjusting then.
A sound, a shrill flash, followed
Nice.
by the breaking of a small ampoule of glass. You see streams of color pour onto the thick, glossy piece of paper, rolling out.
In case we need it.
Okay. What do we need the
It
photo
contains insight to the victim's person. By his build, I'd say this was a man of physical violence. The story he wanted his body to tell was important to him. It is his letter to us. Someone should decipher it. We'll need to show it around.
Can I have it? I should look at it later without the corpse.
Sure. Just don't lose it.
I would never trust the me that he's talking to with that. He hands you a piece of rolled up photo paper. It's no larger than a pack of cigarettes.
The glassy-eyed corpse looks by, his mouth mute and his skin as colorful as the chemical rainbow on the photo paper.
Look him in the eye.
His eyes are milky white and blind to the world, protruding comically from their sockets. There is no one home, just subaquatic terrors there. Dark brown hair grows on his head. His face is ready to explode from the organic processes inside. The death's head grin has passed. What remains is an unrecognizable mess. Underneath the curdled meat there is an expression, not carried on his features, but below, inside, an expression of pleasure. This man was experiencing joy at the moment of his death.
Okay. See, this is what I mean. With the inlaid empire thing, I can make him talk to me as a corpse.
I'm gone.
Okay. Where have you gone?
Into the wild pale yonder.
Where's that?
In the past. Way out in the west.
I can see you're gone, but who are you?
I'm a joke. Look at me.
There's nothing funny about you.
There's nothing funny about jokes either.
Who were you when you were alive?
A killer. A motherfucker. And a killer.
Takes one to know one.
I have another question for you.
Go ahead, Cobbo.
What is happening?
What do you mean?
I'm talking to you.
It's the power of your
Black frothy liquid starts bubbling on his lips.
imagination.
Nice.
Yeah, man! Don't be crazy! Inanimate objects and dead people can't really talk to you. Your wild imagination is doing this. Ask some more of those questions you love so much.
He loves those.
Why do I love questions so much?
Because you're a copperoonie. Look at all of them go. Do you want more questions?
Yeah, give me more questions.
Here you go, you loony.
Is my name... It just gave me a bunch of random things. Is my name Rooney?
Fuck no. You're no Rooney.
Rooney is obviously not who I am.
Between you and me, your name is probably Harry.
I feel like I've been getting a lot of Harry lately.
You might be onto something there.
Why do I feel like I've forgotten something terrible?
Because you have.
I hate you. You stink and you're boring.
Do I remind you of someone?
A baby affected with harlequinism.
You sure I got out of that one? Coppellini.
Why were you feeling pleasure when you died?
Maybe I was getting my rocks off.
First, you have to speak like that. What dialect is that?
It's a mishmash, Coppabolo. You think I'm Messinian, don't you? For you, this is how people from Messina speak like.
Are you from Messina?
No. My hair is too light a shade of brown. My eyebrows, too. Trust your inner racist.
I always trust my inner racist. He shows me the score.
Yeah, well, he seems to think I'm also a racist, since I have tattoos and a military body build. It's called profiling.
So you were feeling sexual arousal when they hung you?
Do I look like an erotic auto-asphyxiation type to you?
Yes.
Captain Coppodromo. I fear we are drifting away.
I'm gonna try this again.
Do I look
No.
Captain Coppodromo?
No.
Maybe I would. Do I look Captain Coppodromo?
Okay.
Come back later, Coppo. Amuse yourself with my frank manners and my memento mori features.
Squint
If
and take...
possible, also, see me in your dreams.
Okay, I'll work on that. Squint and take a step back.
As you narrow your eyes, the monster before you blurs into a violent mess of green and pink. Only
Observe.
the lower extremities are pink with a dash of blue. His fatted hands, thighs, and his neck, just above the noose, The rest of the corpse appears dark green in the cold spring air.
I'm squinting, Kim. Why am I doing this?
How should I know why you are squinting, officer?
His face and hands are pink, thighs too. The rest is greenish.
Oh. You are trying to assess lividity.
Relax your
The
eyes.
monster comes back into focus, an explosion of color, coursing with dark marbled veins. His stomach appears pregnant with something. Black liquid streams down his thigh and onto his boot.
So, what do you think?
I think he's
I
dead.
agree.
There are crow's feet in his eyes. He's laughing silently.
Totally dead. No siree.
This Buster's not come back. I don't know what to think. What do you think?
I think he was upright immediately after death. Blood has gathered in his hands and feet, and his neck.
He points to the fattened
The
chin.
noose acted like a tourniquet, keeping the blood in his head. The hypostasis here is in tune with the hanging. That's what I think.
Yep, seems like a lynching to me.
Everything here seems to corroborate that assumption. But we should still get him down before assigning a probable cause of death.
Something's coming out
The
of him.
pool of blood and feces has eaten into the frozen mud below the man's feet. Purge liquid is dripping into it, drop by drop.
The victim appears to have contained no more than half a kilogram of digestion at the time of death.
The fuck he's saying?
Talking about shit.
We got lucky.
Did we? I don't feel lucky.
He's beaten up.
I do. Most of them are post-mortem. Maybe even all of them. The delinquents have made our jobs harder with their little sport.
Stop talking in riddles, coin slot.
He means you fucked him up good, Kuno. Fucked him up brutal like.
But there is no breath to catch. Only the cadaver filling the air.
I'm gonna try to
Of
talk to him.
course.
Okay, there's
Come
nothing.
back
So how do we get
Are
him
you
down?
sure we finished the preliminary examination of the cadaver? We might miss some of these things once he's done.
The
I'm
cadaver
pretty sure I've
slowly
gotten
twists
everything.
on the cargo belt.
Yeah.
The steel-reinforced belt presents a unique challenge. I brought chain cutters, but I don't see a good angle of approach to the belt. The cadaver is a good 1.2 meters up. Neither one of us can reach the belt without assistance. And even if we do, there's the question of cutting it.
We could saw the branch.
Climb up there and saw the branch?
Yeah, either one of us can do it. We could use the kid's ladder on the side of the tree.
I don't trust that ladder. The assailants didn't use it. It's rotten and less sturdy than it looks. And I don't see another good way up there. Honestly, I prefer a non-acrobatic solution to this.
Okay.
There has to be a less risky way. With less falling down of trees.
Can someone else do it?
Someone else? You mean like the police?
You have a point there.
Sadly, yes. The whole I know
Okay, one
it's
second.
hard, but I assure you,
We
the
can-
others won't come to help us. And we have a growing sanitary concern here. We need to get him down, fast.
Maybe we could ask for help from the harbor.
I was really hoping we wouldn't. The Union appeared to be suspect in this case. It seems like a dangerous route to go down.
Confirmed. It's unsafe.
Let's
But
consider
what
other
other
things.
options?
Maybe
The
we can
corpse
shoot him
twists.
down.
Yeah! Bang bang time, pig! Shoot his head off!
How?
I don't know. Just shoot the belts. The bolt will break it.
It absolutely will not, officer. That's not how physics work. It will maybe cut one thread loose.
Yeah, now we're talking. Entertain the Kuno with some shit.
Okay.
They'll miss! The pigs will miss Kuno!
The lieutenant is undecided. On one hand, he wants to shoot some gun. On the other, it's an awfully stupid idea.
Say nothing. Let him choose.
Silence. With his elbow sharp, the lieutenant unzips his jacket and produces a lightweight firearm. He drops a paper cartridge in the barrel, separates the scouring stick, and gives the cartridge 5 tucks.
It's a fucking
He
flintlock.
then steps back and assumes the fellow's desk position, taking aim. The corner of his eye twitches. His finger is on the trigger.
Easy does it, partner.
Gonna fucking miss!
The kid's voice is drowned in a shrill blast that echoes off the walls of the surrounding tenements. A cloud of smoke slowly parts in the air as the lieutenant steps back and says to himself,
God damn it.
I did miss.
he feels bad about it. About his eyes mostly. Just having bad eyesight. Probably from a young age. Whatever you do, do not console him.
Fucking idiot!
Kuno could have hit it easy, but then Kuno's not fucking handicapped, is he?
Try again,
No,
maybe?
we are lucky as it is. We didn't break anything, and the victim remains uncompromised. Any more mistakes could put us in an unfortunate position. I have to
Okay.
say, it's beginning to look unlikely we can get him down without
Can I have the
as
gun?
bad as it is. Go ahead. I'm not stopping.
This is the
Okay.
sorriest pair of pigs Kuno's ever seen.
Take the gun.
Take it, you fucking banana.
Feel the
pointer.
weight first.
Take it and shoot yourself
I
in
got
the
this
mouth.
shit.
The cold piece of bakelite and gunmetal is surprisingly light. Your fingers fit right through the guard, instinctively resting on the trigger.
The fuck are you waiting for, Kuno? Tell him to shoot himself in the mouth.
Kuno is silent. Aggression gathers in the air. The trigger feels delicate and ready to break under your finger. The buckle comes into focus in your sights. You stand with your feet planted firmly in the ground and your left hand supporting your gun arm.
Why don't you just shoot yourself in your mouth? At least you won't miss.
Point the gun at Kuno Essie. Okay, 1 second. So I'm gonna put a point into hand-eye coordination just to make this more likely. We're at a hard 28%. We're gonna say shut up.
What? You gonna fuck me? You wanna fuck me, pig? Is that what this is about?
Jesus Christ. Okay, close your
Your
left eye.
field of view narrows. The branch slowly moves, becoming entirely two-dimensional. The metal buckle glimmers, slick, with the falling rain. The corpse slowly rotates as you wait. Your breathing slows down. Some mosquito-like organism buzzes in your peripheral.
Look, he's crying.
Okay.
You gonna cry now?
42%
fucking faggot.
chance. Did you just call me a... 42% chance ain't great. I gotta roll a 9 or higher. Or maybe a 8 or higher, which is almost like... We'll go for it. I have a feeling I'm gonna shoot the corpse. Oh, we did it! Oh my god, those boots are so
The buckle
good.
explodes into tiny pieces, coming loose with a whir.
We're huge.
With your hand numb from the recoil, you look at the body slump down. For a moment, the man appears to kneel in front of you, looking straight at you, helpless, trapped within itself.
Who killed you?
Communism.
It takes a millisecond for the association to flash within your cortex. You have no idea where it's coming from, only that it's right. Then the rigor in his muscles gives up, and he smashes sideways into the spring mud, letting out a horrid stench.
Who's laughing now, you little shit?
Fuck you, Kurpale.
How did I do that?
By being a damn good shot. Ace is high.
Let's high five. Hell yeah, Kim. Let's do it. Let's go. Me and Kim.
The lieutenant takes a little hop to perform the customary salutation. Your palm hurts from the slap. It's precise and down to the point.
I knew these guys were
His voice is deeply approving. What now?
We will perform a field autopsy and determine the cause of death. But before... Excuse me. It looks like I feel like taking a break from the stench. I'm sorry to interrupt the jubilations here. Just a little breather before we do the autopsy.
Okay, give him his gun
In
back.
the meantime, we should try to interview Evrard Clare, the leader of the Union. Harbor property was clearly used in the hanging. The harbor just east of here. Getting in might prove a challenge, though. Or we could ask around for the representative of the logistics company. My initial information says the Wild Pines have sent some sort of strike negotiator to wrangle control back from Evrard.
You could ask the gardener for directions.
Is this the famous list of initial interviews?
Yes. And those were the interviewees. Let's go.
Okay. You're telling me about simping for people in Vinland Saga? That's funny. Okay, we're gonna save there. That was a productive episode, if I do say so myself. It's a lot of talking, but hopefully it's entertaining for you nonetheless. Ooh, the belt is still highlighted. Okay, we'll save. I went for the shot and we got the shot. I was really worried about it. Can I talk to him or is he gonna get mad
The
at me?
rotting man. The lieutenant adjusts.
Yeah,
his
he's gonna say
glasses
we have to do
and
something
takes
else.
A deep breath.
It's all good. we'll do it next time. Okay, I love you. Good luck.